Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. I got some breaking news for you today. The Nissan Titan and the Nissan Titan XD will both be discontinued for the Canadian market. This is according to a letter that our friends at Nissan Nation Productions have. I'm going to go ahead and put the letter on the screen in a little bit. We'll talk about what the letter says. We'll talk about what it means. We'll talk about some sales results, talk to you about some plans they're working on for Nissan overall. And we'll talk maybe how this is going to impact the US version of the Nissan Titan and the Titan XD. So let's go ahead and get to all of that right now. Okay, like I said, here's a letter. Let's go ahead and read what it says. Okay, so let's talk about this letter. You can see it's dated August 12th, 2020. It's to the principal owners, general managers, sales managers, fleet managers. It talks about Nissan Titan and Titan XD model discontinuation for the Canadian market. And so Nissan dealer talks about dealers decided to discontinue the sales of Nissan Titan and Titan XD in Canada. Although specific to Canada, the decision supports Nissan's global transformation plan to streamline the product lineup and focus resources on both core models, Rogue, Sentra, and all new models, Versa, Frontier, and Aria. Aria is the new EV SUV. So the transformation plan continues to focus on growth and will allow Nissan to gain pure retail market share for fiscal year 2022 midterm outlook. So we're going to work with the factory partners to secure a final allocation for model year 21 Titan production. So we confirm the later date. NCI, which is Nissan resources, are focused on supporting the launch of all new Rogue and Versa, which go on sale later this year, as well as new Frontier and Aria electric crossover. So those will both arrive in the showroom next year. So that means that a new Frontier is due out later this year, and so we'll see that pretty soon as well. There's more information there about Nissan Frontier, Nissan Frontier. Yeah, that's what I said, right? So you Director of Marketing and Vice President of Sales, and so we have the official Nissan logo as well, the new one, and that's the news there. All right, we'll go ahead and put the Canadian sales numbers on screen. I got these from Canadian Nissan's PR team, and these numbers, when you look at this, you can really see that the writing's on the wall. The Nissan Titan didn't sell that many units, and it's down 57.3% year over year, and so really the sales keep nosediving with the Canadian market. And so you can see there's not a lot of activity going on. I'm sure the dealers are going to be a little sad not to have the truck because Canada is a pretty good truck market. But if nobody's buying it and the sales are that low, you're really hard pressed to ship it across the border with all the, transportation costs and things like that. Okay, let's talk about Nissan overall. And you can see I'll put some sales numbers on the screen as well. Talk about how overall they're really a company that's struggling to find their way. There's been a lot of talk about Ford earlier this year about filing bankruptcy, but Nissan really has a lot of things that they have to holes to fill. I know they're reducing staffing, I know they're closing some facilities, and they're really looking at trying to make a plan that's going to put them back into the green. Okay, let's talk about Nissan overall. You can see I'll put the sales numbers on the screen, and you can see where they've really been struggling as of late. I mean, sales are way down, and their profits down, their forecasts are down. Now they have a new plan called Nissan Next, where they're consolidating facilities, they're consolidating vehicles like we told you in that letter. They're really trying to get less varieties out there and increase profit. And so I think it's really interesting as far as making a plan right now with the pandemic going on and with sales dropping and then trying to do this. So, maybe they'll emerge out of this stronger company, but it is pretty interesting that they took the Titan off from Canada, which is where a lot of profits made in that Platinum Reserve version and especially the XD version. There's a lot of profit in full-size trucks. Now, let's talk about what's going to impact the American market. This probably won't impact it that much because the sales results over in Canada weren't that strong, and so I doubt you'll see any changes at all with the American truck. But they have a lot of work to do with the American truck as well. They did some updates, and I'll link to a video above I did on that. And I think they had some really smart updates to this truck. I think it's got the panoramic moonroof now. It's got different grills for different trim levels. And I think they've done a really good job of taking some of the holes, if you will, or some of the criticisms I've had and kind of just filling those in. And I don't have the same criticisms I had of that truck now. But customers are not responding to Nissan Titan still in the United States, and the sales numbers really show that, and I'll put those on the screen too. From the US market, it's really not excelling that well either. And so it's going to be interesting to see, is the clock ticking a Nissan Titan in the US, or is it just a Canadian thing? The Frontier still sells pretty well, so they still got some truck marketplace in there. I don't see them discontinuing the US right now, but it is an interesting discussion to have. So what do you think? Do you think Nissan Titan is going to keep kicking around. They invest all this money. Do you think the XD is dead? You know, the XD used to have the Cummins diesel. Cummins decided to kill the diesel off, and Nissan was, well, whatever. You know, they're kind of caught in the spot on that. So, you know, the Cummins diesel dead. Do you think that the Nissan Titan XD will be dead soon, which is what I would assume? Or do you think it's going to keep going on in a big gas version? Or do you think that the Nissan Titan itself will die and they'll just focus their energies on, say, the Rogue and the Frontier? What are you guys thinking? Comment below. Also, check the website out down here. And this next video over here, it's a good one. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.